Currently in our Flutter Flame game, we have the characters at this height, foot and above. I think I'm going to increase the size of the characters. I'm going to move this gray rectangle over from the Flame system to Flutter system to gain additional practice with the Flutter animated text kit. So let's go to the Akemi game file here. So I'm going to alter it from 2/3 of the screen to 90% of the screen. So maybe from there to there. And we'll see how it looks. So the characters are in a 1:2 aspect ratio. I think this is better. I pushed it in from the top earlier. So we're gonna adjust the space between her top of her head, which is 0 at the screen. So I have it 20 pixels down here. So instead of doing vector to all, we can specify a 2-position vector. So it's 20 pixels from the left, her starting position, and 0 from the top for Akemi. We'll do the same thing for Kenji here. So Kenji is that's pretty good. You can actually maybe make her appear a little bit shorter. We'll go like, we don't need this position because she's moving in. And we can just maybe make her 95%. Probably better she's 95% of the height. Okay, I'll leave her at this size. Oh, just to be accurate, I guess this one is character size, right? I'm going to comment out the music playing for now. She's almost his exact height. Okay. So for the text portion here, I have it currently in the Flame update, the Flame render widget here, right? So it's the height of it here is 33%, so it's 1/3 of the screen here. I'm going to put it into the Flutter layer to gain additional practice with this. So I'm going to comment out the render method. But we want it to be 1/3, we know from our layout. I'm going to add it in here. So I'm going to wrap this row. Right now we just have this toggle button for the sound. I'm going to wrap it within a column here. So I'll wrap with column. And then we'll do cross-axis alignment, which would be whether it's left to right. We'll set the cross-axis alignment to start, because we're gonna drop in some text over here. We want it to be at the beginning, and we want to space it out. So main axis alignment, so it's up and down, and space between. So the text should theoretically appear there. So we've got the row, and then we want some type of text. The dialog goes here. It's right there. So we'll maybe for the layout, we'll increase the size of the text. Style, text, style. Oops. Font size 30. So I'm going to wrap this in a container so I can get it up at the top and kind of a consistent background for it. Then I'll put the color of the container. I'll grab it from this container here for now. The color. And it's right there, but we want it to be the full size. So I'm going to actually use the Flutter Media query to get the width of the screen. Media query dot of, and we want to get it the context, and Flutter has the property size and width. So this media query is from the Flutter widget. It's not from Flame. We're in the Flutter layer system. I'll just get the screen height too. We'll do height. 0.3. I'm going to use the animated text kit. This is from Flutter. It's not from Flame. You could absolutely use the Flame text component, but I'm trying to gain more experience with Flutter text widgets, so it's more common, most likely to use this animated text kit in your Flutter applications, like if you're writing a business application or something like that, not necessarily a game. So we're trying to get experience with both Flutter and Flame. Flutter pub add animated text kit. And it's likely easier to use the Flame text component or the Flame text box component rather than the Flutter animated text kit, because to update the text, we're going to have to use the block system. But I intend to use the block state management anyway, so I'll be able to update it. Okay, so the child will be the animated, might help if I spelled it, animated text. There it is, okay. And the way this works is that there's a typewriter animated text that we're going to be using. Typewriter animated. This is from the animated text kit that we just put in here. Line. The string goes in here. And this thing has a property for text style. Okay. So just delete that text style, and the text style will be here. Okay, we'll delete this here. And the thing requires a list of animated text. Oops. It's a list. So we want to put this down. And there's no uppercase. There we go. Okay, so it's super fast right now. So I want to slow this thing down here, and I don't want it to loop. Okay. Speed. Duration. Milliseconds. 140. I'm going to go with this 140 speed right now. And under the animated text, I'm going to set is repeating to false. Is repeating animation. We'll set it to false. Okay, I'm going to wrap it within a padding. Wrap. I think I want it to be more in than, so I'm not going to use this all here for the padding. I'm going to go symmetric, and the vertical I'll leave at 8, but I think I want it to be more on the left and right, so I'll set the horizontal to 16. Horizontal 16. Okay. It's pretty good. I'm going to change the font. Okay, got some help from Baker1 here, and I'm going to try to use these two colors for the font, the colors theme. I'm using this tool, or she used this two coolers to build a color palette for me. Okay, so right here in the text style, same as normal Flutter, we will do color, and I'll do color and 0xff, and we'll drop it in. Okay, I think it matches her hair color here. I think this is the theory. Okay, so the color palette I'm using for the background is this one. So change it. We'll comment this out first. This color, and then for 0x, and then there's some alpha channel here. Let's see how it looks first. So I just typed in 160 in hex and I have a 0 here. That's a 160, so 0 to 255 or 0 to FF here. So that's how I got the hex. I'm just going to delete this. Oops, wrong one. And I'll make this a const. And we need to change this color here. Okay, I think I'll just add some sample text here. Hi, Kenji. It's great to see you. What are you doing in the tea house? And he came to see her. He's going to ask her out, but there's going to be a problem. So I'm going to delete the render from the, let's see. Oh, not using this .ui anymore. And we'll start the music again to test out the button with the new color. Text could be a little slow, but I'm going to keep it like this, and then we'll see how the story progresses. All right, so really I need to start putting this thing into a separate text file so we can have multiple scenes, and I'll try to do that in the next video. I keep getting distracted with the visual elements here, but I'm definitely going to put this thing into a separate text file and then read it in so we have a series of scenes here. All right, have a great day.